Alright, so way over there, I got 4 condensers, and you would think that those 4 condensers go to my 4 evaporators, but they don't. They're actually labeled, you see? SIDA, which DA stands for dairy. We've got SIDA 03 and SIDA 04. And then over here we've got the SIFF, which stands for frozen food, FF01 and FF02. You look over here along the edge, you'll see that these ones from the SIFF units go to a different area, different location actually, than the ones for my SIDA unit over there. Alright, so we were just up on top looking at those 2.
Yeah, this is frozen.
Ah, see, and then here's my dairy walk-in. There's SIDA. Now in here, like I said, we got 4 evaporators, so you look around up there on the roof, you see the 4 condensers. If you don't pay attention, you know, you could get confused real easy. So, they say that this room is not tempting. It feels pretty dang cold in here though. SIDA. But let's have a gander. Ew, that's a dirty coil. What about this one? That one ain't too dirty, but it's a little dirty. Dude, look at that log of ice. How does that happen? Like, how does that form? I've seen it form, you know, on the side where the refrigerant is entering the coil, but not on the opposite side. Maybe once in my whole career have I ever seen that on the opposite side. I really feel like walking back to my truck, and I don't have a good thermometer. I got this one that's broken, and I got this in my bag. I bet you it works. How much I want to bet that's right. I'm gonna put it in my mouth and I'm gonna get like a, you know, I should get like 97, 98 degrees. Not too bad of a ghetto rig, huh? I've got a thermometer with like a 15-foot lead on it. So I'm gonna set up right here at the first evaporator, and we're gonna go check out the computer. I did notice up on the roof that the condenser, I think for that side, or maybe it's this side. Let's see, it's actually SIDA 03B. I'm gonna go up there and check real quick, but one of them has ice all over the accumulator. It's probably gonna be... Alright, so this one and that one is SIDA 03, this one and that one is SIDA 04. So I actually remember it was the unit that's all the way on the end. So that would make it the 03 and not the 04. We'll go up there and check it out in a minute. Let's look at the computer right now. So it looks like this piece of crap only has one sensor for that whole space. Yeah, it's only got one sensor. Maybe there's a sensor there. I don't know, but we got 4 evaporators in there with only one sensor. All right, so that one that said 34 degrees, that's a separate case. Oh, that's awesome. There's a water hose right there. I love that. There's my sensor. It's right there. Yeah, see over here, kind of by where that sensor is, it's showing 35. Why would this one be showing as 41 and then my other one be showing 35? Yeah, I don't know, but we're already here, so we might as well fix this, because that's not going to be good. I have shut off my fan, which didn't disengage my solenoid, so I unplugged or unwired my solenoid. So my unit should be pumped down. I think it's important to note, because I learned this the hard way, that you have to remove power from this solenoid. You can't just take the screw out and lift the top off, or it'll overheat and burn up. Gotta let the hot water purge a little bit through the line. And it goes through the hose and all the way out to the end of my hose. It takes a while before it gets nice and hot. I got 2 of them cleaned out. Got the ice out there, but I still got it on this side. Man, that's a solid freaking block of ice. You know how sometimes those blocks of ice are just solid? Yeah, that's one of them. And finally, after 30 minutes, I got it. See, all that ice came crashing down. I took it out little chunks at a time, but I finally got it. Let's discuss this, okay? So the refrigerant enters the coil on the side where the copper lines are going in. If we had a low charge issue or restriction in the TXV or metering device, the ice would form closer to that and not on the opposite side. I would guess that the last time this was froze up, whoever washed it did not remove the ice that was embedded inside the coil. He missed a spot and washed the coil fully everywhere else, but didn't realize that ice was still present between the fins and the tubing. And because of that, air could never flow through the coil in that spot, so ice just continued to grow as air flowed around through the rest of the coil, and that's the only thing I could think of that could cause this kind of ice formation. Let me know if you guys agree with me, or if you think there's something else that could cause this kind of ice formation away from the side where the TXV is at. Now let's take a look at some of the other equipment I've been working on at this location. Looks like they stocked this 5-door frozen case that I worked on yesterday. When I got to it, it was full of ice on the bottom. The drain had plugged and it had so much ice, I had to let it sit for about 8 hours and then come back later on last night to finish up. I also had to replace a fan motor on it and put 120 pounds of R22 in this rack, which was $6,600 worth of refrigerant. This aisle was also part of that rack which wasn't working because of the low R22. It's the entire lineup of frozen food coffin cases for the meat department. We had a pegged out below zero receiver gauge, and all the liquid circuits downstream of the receiver were flashing, mostly vapor, and this is when the cases start to not refrigerate properly. Then I was working on these Wednesday. Yeah, this whole aisle. But now you see, now they're doing really good with temperature. That one's broken, but you know what we're at. It's working now. See, because this thing is the side glass, it had bubbles in it, and that means that it's not working. Then I got that over there, the seafood freezer that's empty. I found a leak in it earlier, but you can still see like down here how it's all up down there because I was in there earlier. And so I've still got to go back to that store and work on that R22 rack a little bit more, because I need to do like a triple and quadruple leak search on it, which I'm sure I'll probably find some more. But I've got another 120 pounds that I need to add to it, which that's a lot of money in refrigerant, man. Like, that's so much money. But this is what I got for this video. Sorry I haven't been uploading as much lately, but it's just been real busy. But I've got a lot of footage that I need to edit, and I'll get it up as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Later.